Why do suffixes shift a word's accent? Have you ever noticed how adding a tiny ending to a word can change where you put the emphasis? It's like the word gets a little nudge in a different direction. That's what suffixes do. They influence how we hear and say words. When we add suffixes, they often shift the stress to a different part of the word. This isn't random. It follows patterns rooted in the history of language and how words are built. In English, the way we stress syllables affects how words sound and how easy they are to say. When a suffix is added, it can cause the main emphasis to move to the syllable just before the suffix or onto the suffix itself. Why does this happen? It's because suffixes come from different languages like Latin, Greek, or French, each with their own stress rules. Over time, English adopted these patterns, making stress placement predictable. For example, suffixes like tion, is, and ical usually cause the stress to fall on the syllable right before them. Think of the word specific. The emphasis is on the CIF part just before the ending. Or in the word emotion, the stress lands on mo before the tion. This pattern helps us recognize the word's structure and meaning. It also keeps pronunciation smooth and natural. On the other hand, some suffixes attract the stress directly onto themselves. Suffixes like and sa often get the emphasis. For example, in employee, the stress is on the e. In engineer, it's on air. And in Japanese, the sa carries the main stress. These suffixes tend to pull the emphasis because of their origins and how they are used in speech. Knowing these patterns makes it easier to pronounce words correctly. If you understand that usually shifts stress to the syllable before it, you can say electricity as elektrakutha with confidence. It also helps you see how words are formed and how they relate to each other. When you add a suffix, it's not just about the ending. It's about how that ending changes the rhythm and focus of the word. So, suffixes shift a word's accent because they follow specific stress rules from their language roots, and because stress placement helps us understand the word's grammatical role. This pattern makes language more logical and easier to learn. Recognizing these stress shifts can improve your pronunciation and deepen your understanding of how words are built and evolve over time.